You know, when you get to a point in a save with a team like this where you're in so many competitions, you've got the league, you've got the cup, you've got the other cup, and you're in the Champions League, well, the league can kind of fall by the wayside as far as, these videos are concerned. Well, we are turning to the league today, at least momentarily, amongst all the other stuff, and then we've got, the number 2 team in the Champions League. And a very hearty good morning to everyone. It is episode number 98 of Bottom to the Top. I'm Mr. Cellophane. How are you? A ton of activity since we last saw each other. That thrilling penalty kick shootout victory in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup against Aston Villa. We have been drawn against Liverpool in the semifinals, and I was wrong. Not at Wembley. It's actually a two-legged affair. All of these different competitions with all the different rules. I can't keep them straight. We did take on Liverpool in the league at home in front of a full house, and we took care of business. 4-0, your final score. Nikolai Rumyantsev picking up a hat trick. Tom Burford adding a goal in there as well. Before we met up with Sunderland in the rain, the hail, and the sleet at the Stadium of Light. It was a penalty kick that did us in early on in that one. 1-0 the final score in favor of the bad guys. We bounced back, though, with a 1-0 victory of our own against Leicester City. And then on the road at Ipswich, we won 2-1. A pair of goals for Harvey Vale, playing in an unusual position on the right wing as we've had to rotate our team quite a bit. West Ham, we took them on at home, drew 1-1. Again, the weather was absolutely terrible. David Heinz coming through with a 73rd minute goal. In the third round of the FA Cup, it was League 2 Dagenham and Redbridge coming into Craven Cottage. 2-0, we rotated basically the entire side. Both goals scored by Gilad Kuduri, making his first senior appearance with the club. After that, we went on the road to Turf Moor. Again, the weather was terrible, and kind of so were we. 0-0 was the score. Neither team really able to do much of anything. And then the first round, or the first leg of the Carabao Cup semifinal. This one I want to show you. Because in this tilt at Craven Cottage, it was all Fulham in the beginning. Christensen getting it off the turnover. Juarez nodding it down to Rumyantsev, picking up the first of 2 goals on the match in the final moments of the first half. Khaled Ghanayem adding his second goal of the year on the corner. And it was Rumyantsev making it 2, again, dribbling it up, shooting from just outside the box to give Fulham the 3-0 lead. Liverpool did get one back. Shavlina came out to play the ball, but Salamau made him pay. And then, well, in the 5th minute of added time, Kim Young-suk with a beautiful feed to Efsis Shokos coming in off of the bench, scoring the goal and restoring the 3-goal lead. So we're going to head into the second leg of this Carabao Cup semifinal, up 3 as we head to Anfield. That's not happening today, however. It's 3 weeks in between the 2 legs. A lot of football happening between these 2 matches. In fact, there are going to be 5 matches in that span. Forest and Spurs in the league, both on the road. Both of our Champions League matchups against Barca and Porto. And yeah, the 4th round of the FA Cup at Brentford. Forest is on the docket first, and because we do have to make some hay in that match against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, we are going to rotate our squad just a little bit. I mean, frankly, we have been playing so much football in the last couple of months. We really have no choice. We've had a difficult time just kind of settling into a single 11 because we're rotating at least 1 or 2 players in and out each match. Nicholas Shavlina is going to start in goal. It's going to be Harvey Vale in place of Christensen at left back. Luke Couchman will be on the right side. Racine Sissoko will be next to Christian Sosa as Khaled Ghanayem will head to the bench. Give him a little bit of a rest before taking on Barca in just a couple of days. Gomer will sit at the base of the midfield, at least for the first half. It's going to be Tom Burford and Kim Young-suk ahead of him. Federico Guerrero heading back to the left-hand side because Eftisis Shokos is ready to come back into the starting lineup after recovering from an injury. We're still waiting for Toshimitsu Endo to come back. And our striker today is going to be the one, the only, Nikolai Rumyantsev. Forest are currently on the worst run of form in the Premier League, having lost 4 of their last 5. Meanwhile, in our last 6 matches in all competitions, we've only given up 3 goals. So we are hoping to take it to Forest. We are on the road at the City Ground. Hopefully the crowd doesn't get to us too much. Gomer's going to settle that one down. He's got Shokos feeding it through to Couchman. Evading the slide, Shokos across, Burford blocked, and Nico Williams is going to knock that behind. It will be a corner kick for Federico Guerrero to take. Here, about 17 minutes having elapsed. Guerrero near post. Cannot find Burford. Ribeiro is going to knock that one clear. Couchman will get it and look to send it forward. Couple of good early opportunities, but not yet a shot on target for the Cottagers. 3-3, your shots on goal through the first 29 minutes or so of this match. And we haven't really taken that stranglehold we were looking for. Now, a victory today will put us ahead of Wolves and into 5th place in the Premier League. We are still sitting 12 points behind Manchester United, who just lost to Arsenal 3-0 a couple of days ago. Their first loss in the league all of the year. And we're already in January. Rumyantsev in, the goalkeeper whose name I will not attempt to pronounce on the fly, is able to make the save. Another corner kick in the waning moments of this first half. Guerrero in, cleared away. Guerrero gets it back, chips it over, looking for Sokos. It will be played out by Forest, and that will do it for the first 45 minutes. 8-3, your shots on goal. The final 5 shots of that half going Fulham's way. 68% of the possession, but where it counts, it's still all even. I do love giving simple team talks. We can't score if we don't shoot, so let's hit the net more often, shall we? Hopefully it works, although Alanga to deliver a corner for Nottingham Forest. Looking to go ahead, Nikola Shavlina says absolutely no. Great coverage. The ball ends up clipping the crossbar and going out for a goal kick, but early opportunity here in the second half for Nottingham Forest. Hopefully that is their only opportunity of this half. Hopefully, the weather is kind of nasty, so let's take the tempo down. That might help us out a little bit. One of the things that we have been doing in the bad weather is making some tactical adjustments, and I think we're going to have to make a couple more. Federico Guerrero needs to come out. Federico Juarez is going to come in. Shokos is feeling a little bit knackered as well. David Heinz will take his place. Those are the 2 changes we are going to make as far as personnel. Tactically, however, we are going to, once again, slow things down just an absolute touch, because I think that is where we will end up winning this match. Just take our time, be methodical, go through and take care of our business. Forest, meanwhile, changing to a 4-4-2. We are going to shout out some additional encouragement to our team here on the road. Hopefully, we can get a little bit done. Most of the momentum of the match in the last 10 minutes or so has gone Forest's way. We are in added time, and it looks like we are going to end up with no score. So all of those great matches, all of those great goals that I showed you in the Liverpool match that just happened, well, I guess we used them all up in the Liverpool match. Well, like I said in the intro, our defense has been playing pretty well. Hopefully it can hold up against a Barcelona team that is currently steamrolling this Champions League phase. We are currently in 10th place, trying to get back into the top 8. Can we do it with a victory against Barcelona? Well, probably yes. Do we need a victory, though, to move on to the knockout phase? I don't think so. Either a draw here and a win or a draw against Porto should be enough. And we finally get our normal starting 11 out there for this match. Nicolas Shivlina will be in goal. It's going to be Christensen, Sosa, Ghanayem, and Couchman, with Gomer, Larson, and Burford in the midfield, and a front three of Guerrero, Rumyantsev, and Eftisis Shokos. I kind of lied because Toshimitsu Endo is still injured. In fact, he is injured for long enough that I unregistered him for the Champions League for the remainder of this phase. It's probably going to be about another 4 or 5 weeks before Endo is able to take the pitch for Fulham once again, and we will have a full squad. However, Wilfried Yanto is back in training. He is on the bench, and he may see some playing time as a reserve. Wow, that is a very short man. I mean, Endo is short. Sokos is short. Whoever that was on the Barcelona team, shorter than all of them. Barca in second place on the table. This is their 7th match being played. They came in on 16 points. We came in on 11. We have moved up into 9th just over Juventus because of goal difference. If we are able to take a victory, however, we can move as high as 5th place and displace RB Salzburg. First 2 shots of the match, well, they've gone Fulham's way. Neither of them were on target, and nothing on the score sheet except some yellow cards. Alejandro Balde picking one up for Barcelona, Christensen and Gomer for Fulham. No score after 45, not a single highlight after 45. We are leading with a .06 XG, but the possession battle has so far gone Barcelona's way. So because of that, even though it's not it's a little drizzly according to the weather report, we've decided to make those minor changes we do to our tactic in order to try to shore up the possession. And as I'm talking about it, we turn the ball over. Vitor Roque up for Balde. Balde taking it wide to the left, tries to make a move, sends it all the way across. Noah Darvish with it, still in the box. To his left, Estrellas for Kim Ji-hoon, ahead for Gavi, knocked away. Burford playing it forward. Guerrero trying to look for Rumyantsev, but Maldonado will make it once again for Barcelona. Guerrero stealing it away. Rumyantsev, I'm so tongue-tied because I'm not expecting us to keep regaining possession like this. Pedri, wide to Darvish. Oh, what a terrible Christensen with a terrible angle, but an even worse shot. Nicolas Shivlina, though, did get his fingertips on it, so a corner kick. Pedri to Ram, way too strong. And a goal kick for Fulham. 3-2, your shots on goal. Sosa with it in the 55th minute. Christensen. Guerrero, touch pass inside to Ram, will intercept. Burford is still on him, but unable to regain control. Played fast and loose. Christensen. Balde steals it away. Balde is in, and he will beat Nick Shivlina. Alejandro Balde with his 3rd goal of the season, and it felt like it was just going to be a matter of time. We were untidy with the ball. They have been untidy with the ball. Unfortunately, we were untidy last. Rumyantsev trying to feed Ghanayem, and Balde picking it up and beating Shivlina to his left. 1-0 to Barca. And they are here with the ball again just a mere minute or so later. Kim Ji-hoon sending it forward. Vitor Roque for Noah Darvish. I feel like Roque has done damage against us a lot. Maybe that was when we did the Malaga save on Twitch. I don't know. Thuram in. That's going to deflect in off of a defender. First goal of the year for Thuram. And I think Christensen was in the wrong place at the wrong time once again. So he is going to find his place on the bench. Sokos is going to make way for Wilfried Yanto, going to see his first action since the injury. David Heinz coming in at striker as we take one more look at the Barcelona goal. Thuram, I mean, he made a good move here on Ghanayem, but that just completely went off of Christensen. I almost forgot who was out there as we were making the change. Barcelona making their way to the top of the table. We still sit in 11th with a +3 goal difference, which just is not going to be good enough. One more match to go against Porto, and yeah, they're sitting right above us on the table. Now, the advantage we will have there is that match will be at Craven Cottage. Can we get at least one back against Barcelona? Sosa to Gomer. Finds Tom Burford. Burford to Guerrero. Guerrero in, and he chips it past Venozzi. His 7th goal of the year. That was a beautiful, beautiful play by Tom Burford and Federico Guerrero to have the Barcelona lead, make it 2-1. Gomer had played it up to Burford, and yeah, that through ball was just absolutely magical. 20 minutes remain in this match, and we're going to make a couple of additional substitutions. Gomer will be replaced by Armand Diaby. Tom Burford is going to come out in place of Guerrero, and we'll bring Kim Young-suk in to the midfield. So 5 changes have been made. Again, match congestion is a very real thing. Can we get one more goal back, please, and take a point away from a packed house here at the Camp Nou? 98,275 in attendance at this match. 6 minutes have been added on. Barcelona looking to add to their lead. Ronald Araujo will play it for an old friend, Marvin Akahomen. Finding Andreu, dropping it back for West. We are keeping the pressure on. Akahomen back for West. Andreu to West. Kim Ji-hoon over for Ronald Araujo. Still one of the best backline defensemen in the game. Andreu spins it for Pedri. Vitor Roque back for Marvin Akahomen. Akahomen will play it to his goalkeeper, Vizzoni, for Araujo. I feel like this highlight has gone on very long. They're going to play it all the way through, or they're going to turn it over. It's all the way through. First goal of the year for Alexander Medvedev, and that was one hell of a pass by Thuram. You cannot be angry at this play. Thuram, Medvedev on a fantastic run, gets behind the defense. Nicholas Shivlina's like, I don't know what you expect me to do here. And in the 2nd minute of added time, Barcelona restores their 2-goal lead, and 3-1 is where it will end. And the loss does leave us in 13th place on the table. Technically, there are enough teams behind us with 2 games to play that could pass us and knock us out of the next phase of the Champions League. That's probably not going to happen. Top 8, still technically a possibility, but also probably not going to happen. Porto just beat Newcastle 4-1. Remember Newcastle, the one team before Barcelona that actually beat us in this competition? Yeah, so tough sledding ahead, but all in all, we're still playing pretty good football. The loss isn't something we can dwell on, though, because we do have our 4th round tie against Brentford in the FA Cup coming up in just a couple of days. We're going to be back tomorrow with our final Champions League phase matchup against FC Porto at home. Off camera, we'll play the away match against Spurs. Then we'll take you to Anfield for the 2nd leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. And as always, I hope to see you then. Thank you very much for watching today. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing if you have already. If you have not, now is a great time. You can do it right down there somewhere. And I hope to see you with more Bottom to the Top tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.